video. Today I'll be working on my daily driver. I have a 2016 Isuzu D-Max High Rider ute. It's an amalgamation of a rear-wheel drive ute but with four-wheel drive height and travel suspension. So some parts are from a four-wheel drive, some parts are from a two-wheel drive. Now, when I ordered the ute, I bought it brand new from the dealer back in the start of 2016. I ordered it with an aluminium bull bar, but they were out of stock and they were waiting approximately 6 to 8 weeks for more bull bars. So the dealer offered a steel bull bar. I said, yep, as long as it's a decent one. And what happened is he got me the decent one, put it on, and after about 9 months I noticed the front tyres starting to scrub out on the insides. I have since found out that without suspension modification on those particular models, steel bull bars in particular, because they're quite heavy, they actually start putting the steering alignment out and you end up going through a lot more tyres than what you would normally would. So, and after my third set of tyres now, I've decided to roll back the bull bar and install a new factory bumper bar and a smaller steel nudge bar that weighs not even half as much as the original bull bar. Here's the nudge bar here that I've bought. It's only, I would say, yeah, it's probably less than half the weight of the bull bar I originally ordered, but I do need to make some modifications to it. These little tabs here are for spotlights. The LED light bar that I have don't fit on those, so I'm going to have to cut these off and grind it down, repaint the whole lot. Also, I'm taking these off anyway because it allows people to get to the mounting nuts behind it and makes spotlights or driving lights easier to steal. So I want to make things as difficult as possible if anyone decides to try and steal the light bar. I've already given it a rub down with a rough Scotch pad. Couple of scratches there. So what I'll do first is I'll cut these tabs off, grind back the welds, rough these spots up with the Scotch Brite, and then give it another coat of paint so it's all nice and clean. There you go, tabs ground off. I've got a bit of edge primer. I'll just give it a quick spray of edge primer just to seal that in, and then wipe it down, and then I will start giving it another coat of black. Put the edge primer on, wait about 20 minutes for it to dry. Currently today it's a real nice day, a little bit windy, around about 21 degrees here, so hopefully it'll dry fairly quick and I can actually start putting the black back on. So yeah. Righto, that's one coat done. I'll wait about an hour and I'll do another coat, and that should be it. Righto, I've put another coat on the new nudge bar. It's just drying. Here's the bull bar that I'll be taking off. It's, as I said, it's pretty solid. Apparently good for small to medium sized kangaroos and several cyclists. This one here, however, not as big, not as solid, and a lot less weight. So really only good for slow moving pedestrians. Anyway, I'll start to dismantle or remove this bull bar, and hopefully by that time that nudge bar will be dry. I've got the new bumper bar sitting up there. It's all been painted, all wrapped up, waiting to go on. So hopefully I'll get the bull bar and the cut bumper bar off today, and at least the new bumper bar on. And maybe tomorrow finish off with the nudge bar. So let's get to it. Right, while I'm back, I've actually managed to get the bull bar off. There it is. The problem I had was I had to work out what parts were factory and what parts went along to the bull bar, so I didn't take too much off or leave anything on that shouldn't be there. But now I've got the bull bar off, and the factory lower crash bar, I suppose you'd call it, I could get to putting the new bumper bar back on. I'm still waiting on some inner guards to come. I've ordered them, but they're probably going to be a while, so I'll just leave those ones on for the time being. And I've got the wiring there for the new light bar, so I'll make that safe and put the new bumper on, then put the nudge bar brackets on, and hopefully by that time the nudge bar will be dry. It's getting pretty close to be dry, but hopefully I'll have that on today. But if not, at least I'll have the new bumper on. Here we are, finished product. Bumper's back on, nudge bar's on, light bar's on. I did work out that I was missing a couple of parts. They were the brackets to hold the bumper bar on at the bottom. I just got some bit of flat bar and fabricated a couple of brackets. The other two brackets that I'm missing actually bolt on to the inner guards. So I've got to wait for the inner guards to come, and when I put the inner guards, the new inner guards on, I'll manufacture a couple of brackets for the corners at the bottom of the bumper bars. But apart from that, it's fairly solid as it is, so there's not a lot of movement in it. So hopefully going down the road or going down the highway, it's not going to vibrate and make any noise or anything like that. I'm expecting the inner guards in around about a month, just, you know, shipping issues, I suppose you'd call it. They're coming from overseas. I wasn't able to actually find a pair here in Australia, so I had to order them from overseas, and hopefully, yeah, once they're on, it'll all be good. I have taken it for a bit of a drive. I had to take it down to Bunnings to pick up some flat bar to make these little brackets, and with that bull bar on, the front used to wallow a fair bit, so going the road between here and Bunnings, I'm only 5 minutes away, but it's fairly bumpy, and the front end of the ute used to just wallow up and down over the bumps and everything like that, and it kind of sort of felt like a boat. But now with the new nudge bar, the front suspension is more solid, tends to not wallow and not bounce up and down. It's a bit more responsive, I suppose you'd call it. Now there's not so much weight hanging off the front of the ute, so we'll see how it goes when I go on a proper long drive. And yeah, but so far I think the ride out of it, just by taking off that massive bull bar and just going down to the smaller nudge bar, has helped a lot. In a little while I'll have to check the front brakes, and while I'm there I may as well check the shockers, see how bad they are, if they've been destroyed by the heavier bull bar or not. But yeah, that'll be a little bit later down the track. But anyway, thanks for watching, and yeah, I'm happy with the job.